In today's tutorial, I want to talk about types of government. But first we need to understand what is government. What does the word government mean anyways? Alright, so a government is a group of people that exercises power. Okay, it sets and administers public policy, creates institutions and laws within a state or a country, and a government can be classified into many types. Okay, sometimes types we're going to talk about today are democracy, republic, monarchy, theocracy, and totalitarian and dictatorship. So those are just a few examples. Again, government is a very complex issue. We are going to briefly overview just a few types of government. The first type of government I want to talk about today is democracy. Okay, and the prefix to democracy is demo. Demo means people. So this is a government of the people. In a democracy, citizens hold political power. Okay, either directly or through elected representatives. When it's through elected representatives, that's what we call a republic. And a republic is a type of democracy, and it's the type of democracy we have here in America. Say the Pledge of Allegiance and you'll hit that word republic. Okay, directly means if we were to vote on every single law, every single issue that came up, and that would be called a direct democracy. And it's just not efficient given the number of people in America. Okay, under a democracy, the majority, meaning 51%, is the prevailing source of power. So if 51% want something to happen, theoretically, under a democracy, it should eventually happen. The next type of government I would like to talk about is called a dictatorship. Alright, a lot of us are very familiar with what a dictatorship is. This here is a dictator, and he runs a dictatorship. Okay, a dictator means somebody who has all the power. All power. Okay, and this is Bashar al-Assad. He's the president. He calls himself the president, but he is a dictator of Syria, meaning he has all the power. So a dictatorship, and this is where we start seeing a lot of words that mean pretty much the same thing. It's a form of authoritarian government under which power is concentrated in the hands of a small group or even one individual. So a dictatorship could mean a small group, could mean one individual, but power is concentrated. Okay, so power is concentrated. It's nothing like a democracy where the people have the power. In a dictatorship, one person has the power. Okay, sometimes this will even be called totalitarian. So you see, we have a lot of words that mean similar, that have similar meanings. We have dictatorship right here, we have authoritarian right here, and we have totalitarian right there. And totalitarian is a government in which the government tries to control all aspects. So they try to control all aspects of your life. So I guess the need for two separate words is because you could have a dictatorship that's very nice and they don't try to control your life and they kind of let you do what you want. But usually when you have a dictator, they are totalitarian. They do try to control all aspects of your life. They try to control all aspects of the country. So the economy, the politics, and the lives of its citizens. So that's what a dictatorship is. The next type of government I'd like to talk about is, it's called a monarchy. And under a monarchy, power to rule is inherited by birthright. Alright, so you're not elected. You're not elected. It's a birthright. And there aren't very many monarchies throughout the world anymore. Used to be a little more popular. But King Mswati III of Swaziland is a current example of a monarchy. One reason monarchies might not be good is because, say, King Mswati, say he's great. Alright, but who's going to be the next leader? King Mswati's son. What if he is not so great? Okay, what if the son is bad? So all of a sudden your government is bad, right? It could be corrupt. Monarchies can turn sour really quickly. So that's a monarchy. The next type of government I'd like to talk about is what's called a theocracy. Theocracy starts with the prefix theo, theo meaning God. Okay, so a theocracy is a government ruled by or subject to a religious authority. So Iran is our best modern example, and their supreme leader is called the Ayatollah. So this is an Islamic state or an Islamic country. They are very much ruled by their belief in Islam, and it's vital and very important to their government. So theocracies are very interesting, and that is just theocracies in a nutshell. So to review, today we talked about types of government, and again, a government is a group of people that exercises power over a country or a nation. Okay, it sets and administers public policy, creates laws. It basically controls the country. Okay, and a government can be classified into many different types. The types we talked about were democracy, and we mentioned a republic as well as a direct democracy. We also mentioned dictatorship. Okay, when we talked about dictatorship, we used words like authoritarian and totalitarian. All right, we talked about monarchy and how they inherit their power from birthright. They're not elected. Very different than democracy. Okay, and then we talked very briefly about a theocracy. Okay, meaning a government that is governed by religion, or it has some religious authority in their government. And our example was Iran.